3, 2.
Traumatic cinematic, bitches.
Check us out, traumaticcinematic.com. Welcome back once again, ladies and gentlemen. You are currently listening to the Traumatic Cinematic Events Show. Yes, we had too much goodness to fit into one hour, 60-minute show. We had to bring it to you here in a much smaller format, a much quicker, to the point, a much more concentrated type form. I am Mugumba. With me tonight is my trusty cohort, Mr. Mike Wycliffe.
I love how you went like 3 or 4 lines into how quick and concise we are.
Yes. We must use many words to describe how quickly we're moving through things. It's imperative.
Hey, Louie, where's Dave?
Dave? Dave's not here, man. Dave's not here, man.
Where's Dave?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, apparently we got Dave so excited about Iron Man, and he was so distraught about how horribly put together this piece of whatever might have been that we're going to be recording after this event cast, that he had to go see some quality Hollywood entertainment. Even though Mike would have liked to have gone to see it tonight.
I would have liked to, but somebody had to be a responsible adult.
We're talking about Iron Man 3.
Commitments.
Iron Man 3 premiered last night at midnight, I guess, Thursday night. Like tonight is the 3rd of May, which is today. You will be listening to it on the 4th or whatever. And yes, Iron Man came out this weekend, and Mr. DeMoss found that it was more important to go and try to blow out some cobwebs and take in a film all at the same time. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's just me and Mr. Wycliffe here tonight. So
that's okay. We don't need Dave.
We don't need Dave. And Mike, you did something really cool last weekend. Kind of crazy. Kind of like one wild and crazy guy. You drove to Chicago all on your lonesome to go to C2E2. Yeah, you are a big boy.
It was a lot of fun. Originally I was going to be up for the whole weekend, but some plans fell through, and what do you do about it? But so I rented a car, and I made the drive up, and I'll be honest with you, I didn't go to any of the panels because I always tell myself that I'm going to go to some of the panels and find out about all the new stuff, and then when I try to go to the panels, there's always just a crap ton of people that I don't really want to be that close to there. And so at the end of the day, I end up just walking around on the floor, and that's what I did, basically. I got a couple of Katie Cook watercolors for my niece for her birthday. I got some great comics. I'm drawing a blank on exactly which ones I picked up now. I got one thing I did get. I got a hardcover for a comic called God Hates Astronauts. It was just recently done as a Kickstarter, and I really wanted to get it on the Kickstarter, and I missed it because I wasn't paying attention to the dates.
You know what's crazy is, and I've got, and I don't mean to cut you off, but that's a great segue is, God Hates Astronauts. Well, speaking of something that God hates, the lead guitarist for the band Slayer died today, James Henneman, and their, probably one of their most well-known songs was God Hates Us All, which here's a quick little clip from. Now, granted, this is a little heavier. Like, Mike's over there, like, oh my God, something's wrong with my headphones. Like, they're making weird noises. It's like,
yeah, there's a little bit of popping going on in my ears right now.
Yeah, it's like a blender and a toaster making love in a pool of acid. But this, you know what's crazy, Mike? Is this guy, this heavy metal legend. God Hates Us All. See, that was a segue. This heavy metal legend, right? Hardcore guitarist, like one of the hardest, darkest, metal bands around. You would think that he, had been like this huge partier. He died of liver failure, and the first thing that came to my mind was like, well, of course he did. That's the way a rock and roll god should die, right?
Right.
No, It was from a fucking spider bite. He had a spider bite that even though like it went treated, it still it went septic or what the fuck ever, and he had liver failure and died from the freaking spider bite. Like what the freaking hell is that? Like you sell
it's
your
just one of those things you just never know what's going to get you.
Yeah, it was like a flesh-eating disease, like spider bite. Like I don't know, like I don't know the exact details, but all I know is, holy shit! Like when I heard liver failure, I was like, oh well, he drank himself to death. Like he partied with the rock. Like no, like a freaking spider crawled into his bed, into his ear, laid eggs, and the little creatures like hatched and then bit him over and over again. You know, maybe not. Maybe that's just my fear. That's why I sleep with pantyhose over my head.
I think you just killed like the whole night for me. Thanks, man.
Well, so on another on a positive note,
when you started,
it's May 3rd, which is the new Magic the Gathering Dragon's Maze. And what am I doing right now? I am opening a booster pack of Magic cards for the world to listen to me getting my nerd on, Mike. What did I get here? Azorius Guildgate, dual land. Ooh, I got a shiny hologram. Ooh, I got a mythic rare creature, vampire, blood baron of Vizkopa. But that's it. I won't get my geek on too much, Mike. I know we got other better things to talk about.
To hear me snoring.
Yeah, well, it'll happen. But hey, I opened up and got a mythic rare. That's freaking awesome, and a hologram.
That is pretty good.
Land. So, yeah, I very, very excited about today. I actually went at lunchtime and picked up my booster box and a fat pack, and yep. I've been getting my geek on. I save them too. Like I try to only open like one every half hour.
Yeah.
So like the way.
See,
like
what I thought you were going to say when you started talking about when I started talking about God Hates Astronauts is that Saturday night into Sunday. There's actually going to be a meteor shower.
Oh, that's right. There is.
People are going to be able to see.
For the Midwest, or is it all of the northern hemisphere of America here? Or?
Yeah, well, supposedly if you're north of Chicago-ish, if you're north of the line I see in the article I'm reading is 40 degrees latitude. You're probably not going to see it too well, but us here in Indiana. Probably going to do okay, actually. Should be, like I said, Saturday night into Sunday. And if you can get to where the sky is clear, you should be able to see a decent 10 to 20 per hour.
Wow.
For a bit there, yeah. And it's all stuff that's coming off of Halley's Comet, from what I understand.
Oh, which we can't actually see, though.
Well, Halley's Comet has several, I don't even remember when the last...
Is this Stevens'
side
of the Halley family? Well, when you say Halley's Comet, it makes me want to like cut off my testicles and like join a cult like Heaven's Gate and commit mass suicide. No.
Also,
too soon. Too soon.
Also, don't do that.
So, okay.
Anyway.
Some other current news, which happens to be going on here in the Midwest of Indiana once again. It's, believe it or not, Mike, it's already Gen Con season, and I shouldn't even be skipping to Gen Con already. We should be talking about Days of the Dead, which is coming up, which is going to be pretty awesome too. But real quick, Gen Con and Sun King Brewery, which is a local brewery here in Indiana, in Indianapolis, which happens to do a lot with the local community. They're actually going to have a beer garden at Gen Con, which will be the first of its kind as such a thing.
Oh, that can't mean good things.
Oh, well, you know what? I would imagine the price.
Gamers?
Yeah, but it's not like it's cheap. That's how you keep people. They had
beer at C2E2, and there were some people that got pretty sauced.
Yeah, but Gen Con is a much different kind of crowd. It's not about meeting famous people. Well, I guess true. C2E2 isn't really either. And it's not like C2E2's the Comic-Con that used to be, right?
Well, that's, yeah, kind of.
But
it's definitely still focused more on the comics.
I am definitely this year for Gen Con, and I know we've got some plans that we would like to get into for it. But like real quick, I am definitely going to get involved in at least some of the Magic the Gathering booster drafts. I'm going to at least try to, and it's coming up here real soon. what is it, May 19th to start registering for events, folks at home.
Jesus,
So
already?
Yeah, already May 19th. Hotel rooms are already still available. There's hotel rooms connected to the convention center for $100 still. So,
and I will be happy to rent out space on the floor of my apartment for $50 a night.
Yeah. And you must bring your own sodas because sodas aren't cheap.
And sleeping bag. Also, I don't know if you noticed, but the guys that run Cards Against Humanity announced this week that they're pairing up with Gen Con to host a death match for a new game. They want people to submit games, and I haven't actually read all of the rules yet, but you submit your new game, and if it wins the death match, they give you money towards producing it, and you get a booth at Gen Con next year.
Wow, that's a pretty big deal, really.
It kind of is, yeah.
I mean, a booth at Gen Con alone is very, very expensive. Not like some of the other conventions that you and I have looked into possibly participating in. Like it's like I don't even have a good analogy.
Some of those other conventions, like Days of the Dead,
which is a awesome convention. It's actually a much more intimate, enjoyable kind of a scene for me, at least for us.
Well, it's a horror convention,
and
so
if you have a tablet or a video camera, digital camera, cell phone, or whatever else you'd like to donate or give away, they are a perfect location to do such a thing. Anyways, so I lost the bag.
They also made a
last
really
year,
big announcement today.
Yes, they did. Mike, please pronounce the name for us.
Based on the video that I pulled up that had somebody else pronouncing it, his name is Haruo Nakajima.
Haruo Nakajima.
Also known as Man in Suit.
Man in Suit. Which is a Godzilla character.
The guy that's in the Godzilla costume for all of the old Japanese Godzilla movies.
Oh shit. Like I wouldn't have really?
Yeah.
Wow.
He's the guy in the Godzilla costume. For Godzilla Raids Again, for Godzilla King of the Monsters, for Rodan, for...
That is pretty awesome. That's huge
Rodan,
news.
He's not in
and he's going to be in Indiana. So you can get your picture with Sid Haig and or possibly Danny Trejo and Godzilla, or the man in the suit of Godzilla. And
he
possibly
was also
Roddy
in Seven
Piper.
Samurai and the Hidden Fortress, which are both Akira Kurosawa movies. But he was just bit parts in those.
Right.
He seems to have been more of a stunt actor. But, he's also the guy in the Godzilla suit.
Yeah, there's only one person that did that, right?
It kind of looks that way.
Yeah, the guy that was C3TPO. Yes, I did that intentionally, anyway. Thank you. But the guy that was in the little trash can guy, was a guy. When it was a guy. When it wasn't a trash can.
Anyway,
R2D2.
But yeah, so he's going to be at Days of the Dead, which is July 4th weekend here in Indianapolis, which is actually kind of badass. And we have to try and find a way to talk to him. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, I agree. We'll have to figure out the best way of doing such things.
I need to track down a couple people I know that speak Japanese.
Tomorrow, which would probably be today or yesterday or a couple days ago, depending on when you're listening to this, but on May 4th is a pretty monumental day in the comic scene, correct?
Well, yeah, it's Free Comic Book Day, which basically the idea is it's to get new people to come and read comics. There is some cash that's involved in getting into comics, and so the idea is if we give you something, that whole first taste free kind of thing, maybe you'll come back. And so every year the companies kind of all get together and come up with a book, a piece, sometimes 2 or 3, that they can just give to people.
So are you comparing comic books to drugs?
Well, yes, maybe a little. Except that, the comic books stick around after, so.
Drugs are cheaper?
Drugs are cheaper.
Yeah, they probably are. But you don't get to put them in cellophane and look at them. Like, once you inject them, they're injected, so.
Yep. That's good, Miracle Man 15. Anyway.
That's good stuff. Oh, man. That's first run Spider-Man there, baby.
May the 4th. It is also...
You can really feel the amazing. can really feel the amazing Spider-Man going through my veins.
It's also the pseudo geek holiday of May the 4th, being a Star Wars related thing, since May the 4th be with you.
We